So welcome to the show, Tracy. Thank you so much for being here and being so open and transparent and willing to share your knowledge with other studio owners so that they can grow and scale their businesses also. So I think that's really cool of you. So thank you for being here.
Hi, Ron. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Can't wait to talk to the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we jump into everything, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Inspiring Actions and what you guys do, what your focus is?
My passion is to introduce yoga to people that are brand new to yoga so that they can be less intimidated, to just get them to try it so they can experience the benefits of it. So that's been my niche all these years. And I do have some systems in place to bring people in the door. And this system of yours has been really refreshing and just what I needed at this time, for sure.
So how long have you been actually using the Yoga Students on Demand system?
So I know the exact date, August 28th. So it's been 6 weeks.
So that's when you launched or when you started?
Oh yeah, that's just when I launched the first campaign.
Got it. So can you take a second and describe kind of what was going on with the growth of your studio before taking the course and kind of what it's looking like right now?
Yeah, I've been in this business for a while. This past summer in my original location, it just was like one of the slowest summers that we've had in a long time. And I just kind of felt like I needed something like fresh and different. Like, we do new student specials all the time. And I've never really had a system to follow up with those people. I've always had so many things on my plate, so we don't have a front desk staff person. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of the work behind the scenes. And so I was just feeling, like things were slowing down, and I was trying to think of, how can I get people in the door and be more efficient? I was starting to feel a little exhausted, to be honest. Kind of a little bit on the burnout side, actually.
Let's talk a little bit about the appointment. So since you've been working with us, how has the flow of people coming into the studio changed?
That first window, 8 days after you launch the campaign, you get like 12 new people coming back to the studio. And it's just this whole rush of forward momentum, and then kind of managing it behind the scenes so it seems really seamless to everyone else. But it's like people are excited to take advantage of the 7-day pass. So the students are excited, and then the instructors think it's refreshing to have more people in their classes and then see students they haven't seen for a while. So it's been positive all the way around.
It's almost addictive, isn't it?
It is. It's tempting not to launch the second, to leave enough space in between.
All right, so you got a lot of people coming into the studio. Now let's talk about a little bit about the sales process. And I think this is kind of where whatever you're doing over there is working, because your numbers are really, really good. So tell me a little bit about the sales process before the course, and then tell me a little bit about how you've changed your sales process since then, and then what you're doing specifically that's unique to you that you did not learn from the course necessarily, but something that whatever is working for you to close more memberships.
Yeah, well, I definitely did not have a sales process, anything like this before. So embracing technology. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can remember all your questions. Okay, so the sales process now is when somebody comes in the door, and again, I'm still a small studio. It's me and my office manager. So I knew that I was going to really need to round up the help of the yoga instructor, 30 of them, and they're wonderful.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I've got great people working for me. So anyway, so I was trying to think, how can, like, what's the next best thing? If I can't be there, how can I guide other people to present this upgrade pass to these people that are coming back? And so, and when they see the person, say, oh, I see you got the 7-day free pass. Well, today you're at your first visit, you can upgrade that and you can add 2 weeks of unlimited yoga for $25. And the instructors themselves, what ended up happening is, because I was always like, are you okay with saying this? Are you okay with this? And the instructors already they already were bought into it because they know that that's a good deal for yoga. Like,
Right.
so it's not like it's not like I'm even asking them to sell anything. Like they already know the value, and so they're already excited about it, and they're presenting it in a way that it gets then the student is excited. They're like, yeah, like almost everybody has, well, like I think we're at 75 or 77% of people that come in, they buy that pass. And yeah, I know within the 6 weeks, let's see my notes, I've had 44 people upgrade that pass. And yeah, and I don't know if this is stepping ahead, but that revenue right there pays for the program, initially. So I don't know if you want me to jump that far ahead, but yeah, so it's refreshing. It's nice to have some money coming in right away, even in small amounts, like a little bit, a large number, like, a small amount of money in larger quantities does add up. And when you're feeling like your business has slowed down, or you're like, oh, like I'm like, the cash flow is getting like lower than I'm used to. It's nice to have like something coming in almost right away.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So I was just looking at your numbers. So you had 64 people come into the studio, and 44 of those people purchased. So yeah, I think that's somewhere close to 70 something percent. So that is amazing. What are some of the things that you've seen around our program that gets you most excited? What are the biggest takeaways you've seen?
Yeah, I just think it's really solid. I just love the format of it. It works really well for me. For someone, I think probably any business owner can attest to the fact of feeling overwhelmed and having troubles focusing sometimes. So I know that I can always use more help with that. And this program allows me to have that focus. And the training calls that you have set up are perfect. Like the ones that are pre-recorded are really nice because they're short and you can just finish one task,
right?
Keep moving forward. So there's that component. And then our weekly training calls just helped me stay on task and I wanted to, like, I was committed to this from the beginning. Like I really wanted to create more new momentum at the studio. So that weekly time frame really worked out well. And the customer service that you provide is outstanding. And I just felt like you were in this partnership with me, and I felt like you really wanted me to do well too. And your feedback was really motivating because I didn't have anything to compare this to. Like, I didn't know how well I was doing.
You are. You really are. You really, 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 really are. You're doing awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was very nice of you. Thank you. I really appreciate those comments. So what would you say to anybody that's on the fence about either working with us as a done-for-you client or purchasing the Yoga Students on Demand course?
Yeah, I just think this is one of the best decisions that I've made, was to do this program. I think you want to be all in. so that you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting anybody else's time. You know, and if you get overwhelmed by technology, I am not I'm not a technical person. I have troubles playing music at the studio sometimes. So anyway, it's very doable. It's very manageable, and you see a return on investment almost immediately. And yeah, and you have feedback from the system. It tells you like revenue that you've generated. You have potential. You can see like the potential revenue. So just having that, also that guide of looking forward at the numbers, the possibility is helpful. So I just think there's so I think if you're considering it, I think it's a very doable system. It's well worth the investment. I just can't say enough good things about it.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Tracy. This has been really awesome, and I know it's going to help a lot of other owners out there. So thank you for joining us.